to today's lesson. In today's lesson, as we previously discussed, we are diving into productivity softwares. Remember that our discussion previously in the previous learning unit was the definition and introduction of productivity softwares. Now in today's lesson, we are diving into productivity softwares and understanding and demonstrating what productivity softwares are. So we are going to be focusing on the following productivity softwares. The first one is the one that you are looking at right now, which is a word processing software called Microsoft Office. We are basically going to be I'm going to be demonstrating basic demonstrations of how to navigate within these productivity softwares. So we are going to be focusing on Microsoft Office, which is a productivity software for word processing. Secondly, we are going to be focusing on Excel, Microsoft Excel, and also we are going to be focusing on PowerPoint, including also we will be focusing on demonstrating basic navigations of email client productivity software, which is Gmail. We will also be demonstrating basic navigations of internet access software called Google Chrome. And additionally, we will also be focusing on demonstrating basic navigations of a screen recording software called FreeCam. And also we will be demonstrating basic navigations of a document reader software called PDF. Also a graphics design software navigation basics, which is Canva. And additionally as well, we will be focusing on a software called Wix, which is a website development software. And also we will be focusing on demonstrating basic navigations of media player software called VLC. And finally, we will then look at demonstrating basic navigation softwares of virus protection software called SMADV. So these are the softwares that we will be focusing on in today's lesson. Now, these are not the only softwares available for use. However, I specifically identified these softwares based on their necessity. Once you installed Windows, you will need such softwares so that you can run your machine effortlessly and perfectly. So let's start with our word. Let's demonstrate basic navigations of a word processing software called Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office. So let's firstly go on to our desktop. We'll go on to our desktop, and once we reach our desktop, we now reached our desktop. So we want to start Microsoft Word. What do? We want to start Microsoft Word. Firstly, go on to Start menu. This is your Start menu. Go on to your Start menu and then look in these in the list of the apps that you installed in your computer. Scroll and look for Microsoft Office. It's a folder. Remember, Microsoft Word comes as a feature of Microsoft Office. So once you click on this, you are then going to find all the apps that come with Microsoft Office, and then there you go. This is where you find your Word document. Now you're going to click on it. You're going to click on it and wait for it to launch. It's going to launch and appear on the screen. It just did. Now we want to start within Word. Within Word, you will be able to find templates of whatever document you are looking for or you want to create. You have suggested searches. These are your suggested searches, which include business, cards, flyers, letters, education, resume, cover letters, holidays, and so forth. You actually have a lot of them. So let's start with our blank document. So we click on our blank document. Alternatively, that's not the only way to access Word. You can also come to this taskbar search option. Now, within this search option, you are going to type Word and wait for it. Wait for it to load. There is your Word. There is your Word. That's how you find another that's another way of finding your Word document. Now let's reopen it again so that we can then I can then show you basic navigations of this Word document. I said we are going to be working on our blank document. We're now waiting for it to load, and there it just loaded. My document was like this. Then I just maximized it. See, when I come to this point with my mouse, it tells me to maximize. There it tells me to close, and here it tells me to minimize. Now I want to maximize it, as in like broaden it up to fill the screen. There, I just broadened it up. Now it filled the screen. Now, in Microsoft Office Word, I want us to understand the Microsoft Word interface. Firstly, I need us to understand this. We will now look at the ribbon. What is a ribbon? The ribbon is the topmost part of the Microsoft Word interface, containing various tabs and groups. This is your ribbon. This is your ribbon. Here, this is what you call a ribbon. It contains various tabs. These are your tabs. These are your tabs. Which tabs are these? We have a home tab, which is where we are at this point within this ribbon. We also have an insert tab, which is like this. We also have a design tab, which is like this. You can see that it's loading other designs. We have a page layout tab, which is like this. We have a references tab, which is like this. We have mailings tab, which is like this. We have a review tab, which is like this. And finally, we have a view tab. So going back to our home tab. Each tab contains groups of related comments. For example, this home tabs contains its own groups. It contains font, it contains clipboard, it contains paragraph, it contains style, and also styles, and it also contains editing. These are groups found within this home tab, which is found within the ribbon. And also we have our document area, and this is our document area. This right here is our document area. This is where we get to type out whatever information we want to type out. It's our document area. Now, when it comes to creating a new document, what do we do? For example, we've already opened this. We've already opened this. Now, what we want to do next, or for example, say we want to create a new document, all we have to do is to click this file tab. Now, once we click on this file tab, we say new. This new option gives us an option to create a new document. This option gives us an option to create a new document. Now, say we want to open an existing document. Say we've already opened this document as a new document. Now I want to open an existing document. What do? We come to this file tab right here. Now, once we came to this, we say open, right? Now, once we click this, it's going to give us the recent documents that we had opened. And you're going to find particularly maybe a document that you are looking for within this list of recent documents. However, if you do not find it, you can simply click on computer. And then once you click on computer, you're going to then get an option to locate a document within the destination to which you saved the document. Say for example, you saved it on your desktop. Now you're going to click on desktop, and then it's going to open like this and then give you all the related files and folders contained within your desktop. Now you will be able to just select your document. Say for example, you want this document. You're just going to click on it and then click on open. Now once you click on open, it's going to open the document, and waiting for it, then voila, a new document, our existing document just popped up. We opened an existing document. Now, continuing with our lesson, say for example, we want to save a document, this Word document. We've created this Word document. Now we want to save it. So we are going to come to File. Then once you come to File, you're going to go on to Save As. You're going to now save as. So for example, you just click Save As, and then right here, you are going to choose the destination to which you want the document to be saved into. Say for example, we want our document to be saved in our documents. You see what I clicked on browse. You click on browse, then it's going to give you a window. A window is going to pop up where you're going to select on your left hand side. You're going to select the folder to which, or the location to which you want your document to be saved into. Say for example, we want it to be saved in our documents. We're going to click documents. Now once we clicked documents, we are now going to come here. What we are going to do, we are going to say, we're going to name the document. Say for example, this was your calendar, or this was your events plan. You're then going to say events plan. You're going to give the document its name. You need to identify which and where did you put this document. If you look at this, we came to this PC and then we clicked on documents. That's where our document will be saved. And the file name, see, this is a file name, this is a file type. We are working with a Word document, so this is supposed to be the file type is a Word document. Now we are saving the Word document named events plan. Now all we have to do is then just click on save. Then wait for it to save. It completed saving. Now let's go and find it. Let's go and find it. We said we are going to locate it in our files. So how do we, in our documents, how do we access our document? It's simple. We just click on File Explore. Click on File Explore. Now, once you've clicked on File Explore, you then go on to find Documents, and you click on Documents, and then you're going to find your Events Plan file, and that's where you're going to find your events plan. It is very crucial to firstly notice where you are saving your document so that you don't forget where you saved it. If you are unable to identify where you saved it, you will be unable to find it. It's going to be difficult for you to find it. However, you can use the search option here to find the document, just that it's going to take a bit longer to find and locate the document, depending also on the level of space found, or the number of apps found within, or documents or files within your computer. Now let's go back to our document. This is our document. Now what we want to do is that we want to print our document. What do we do when we want to print the document that we just typed? All we have to do is to come on to File. Then after coming on to File, you go on to Print. Then you click on Print. Then it's going to load. Then as it's loading, it's going to give you an option to firstly select a printer. Select a printer. You can just click on printer here, not print. This is print and this is printer. I'm talking about printer. Select printer. Then you click on printer here, and then it's going to display all the printers that are installed within your computer. You just click on whatever printer you want to print it with, and then press print, and then it's going to print. Or however, if you want a number of copies, you just type 10 if you want 10. Then it's going to print and whatever amount of copies you want. That is how printing works. Now let's go on to let's go on to formatting text. Now let's go into formatting text. Now we are going to select this text. To select this text, simply put your mouse pointer here, typing pointer here, and then right click on it and not let go. Do not move your mouse, do not do anything. Hold your mouse steady and left click on it, and then move your mouse while you are left clicking. That is another way. That is a way of selecting your text. That is option number one. Option number two is if you press on Control and A, it's going to also give you an option to select your file, your text. So let's work with option number one, which is highlighting, selecting your word, your text. You then click on select your text, and then from there we are working on formatting text. Remember, once you clicked on your formatting text, once you clicked on it, you then click on home. This is your home already. Our open tab is home. Then we click on font size. The font size, this is where you locate your font size. You see, when I placed my mouse pointer on it, on this 48 number, that's where it gave me a description. The description is font size. Now you will want to select whatever number you want. If you want 36, it's going to take you to resize the word to the number 28, 26, 24, 20, 22, 20, and so forth and so forth. If you want to decrease them, you don't really have to end with just 72, but you can just come here and type whatever number you want. Say you want 85, then enter it. It's going to make the text bigger with the 85 size font, you see. Now that is another that is font size. Now let's take it back to the size that we will be able to see. Let's take it back to 35. Now on our 35, we have other options. We have a bold option here. Once, look at this word. This word is not bolded. It's not bolded. But once we select it and then click on bold, you see, it's giving us an explanation. We then click on bold, and then our word is bolded. Or if we click on this, is italic. If we click on italic, we firstly have to select the text, then click on italic. Then our word is in italic format. Or if you want to underline it, you just click on underline here, then your word will be underlined. Yeah, our word will be underlined. So that's basically our formatting text. Now, what do we want to do? I want you to work with documents. I want us to work with documents. How are we going to be working with this document? It's simple. I want us to cut, copy, and paste the file. This is we are working with on our file. Our file name is events plan. That's our file name. Now, I want us to be able to cut, copy, and paste. Now, on our file, on our home tab here, this is our home tab, right? Now on our home tab, we are going to say on our home tab, we are going to having selected this word, on our home tab, we have this option. We are able to cut this text. Once we cut this text, we are actually removing it from the document. Now we just cut the text. Right? To bring it back, we just paste the text. Click on paste. It's going to give you options. This is paste, keep source formatting, merge formatting, or keep text only. So we're keeping the source formatting as was, and we just did. We brought it back because we had cut it. Now we brought it back by pasting it. Now, if we don't want to cut it, we just highlight it and then click copy here. Now, once you click copy, you then have to paste it somewhere, wherever you want it to be pasted. And this is where we are going to paste it. You see? That's how you cut, copy, and paste. Now, say for example, we didn't want it to be here, but instead we needed it to be somewhere below or somewhere above. All we have to do is to undo our last action. And to undo our last action, we're just going to come here and click on undo. Then it's going to undo. So for example, if we want to do our previous actions, you see, it's going to allow us to trace our steps. You see, it's allowing us to trace all our steps. Now if we want to redo them, we just click on redo. Then it's going to allow us to do the same. It's going to allow us to do the same. And now we are going to be looking, finally, we are now going to be looking at another option. Another option is finding and now we're moving on. Now we're moving on to demonstrating basic navigation of spreadsheet software, which is Microsoft Excel. Now, Microsoft Excel, okay, let's firstly click on the start menu. Once we've clicked on the start menu, we'll be able to locate our document. My apologies for that. Now, we have to firstly click on the start menu, and then, like I told you, go on to Microsoft Office, then go on to find Excel. Then you click on Excel. And then you wait for Excel to load, and once it has loaded, you're going to be able to do whatever you want with Excel. Alternatively, you can still also search it here. Then you're going to find it like I told you. Now, let's firstly understand Excel. Now, tabs. Okay, firstly, this is also a ribbon. This is also a ribbon. If you look at quite closely, Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel have identical ribbons. So I'm not going to touch on these ribbons because I already touched on them. Now, worksheet area. This is our worksheet area. This is our worksheet area. This entire area is our worksheet area, just like our previous writing area in our Microsoft Office. Just like previous software that we were covering, we had a working area. We also have a working area here. To remind yourself of these, you need to watch the previous video. For saving time, I do not have to repeat one thing over and over again. Now, if we want to create a new workbook, we just click on File like we did previously, and then select New. That is creating a new workbook. Or if we want to open an existing workbook, we just click on File again and then click on Open. Now it's going to give us options. Recent workbooks that we were working on, including accessing those that are not recent. Now, if we want to save our workbook, we just come on here and say save. Now let's name it. We want to also continue to save it in our documents. So we have an option to click here, documents. It's going to save it directly to our documents. Or you just click on computer. Okay, or click on browse. My apologies, we click on browse. Then once we click on browse, it's going to enable us to have access to this pop-up window. And then you click on documents, and then workbook. Let's name it workbook. Now I specifically told you that the save type has to be Word. Save type has to be Excel workbook. Now, we just named our file workbook, having selected the document's location, which we accessed through this PC location. Now, let's save it. Now, we've saved it. Now, let's go and locate it within our saved documents. I told you locate it by going to your File Explore. Now once you come to your File Explore, you will then access documents, and then after accessing documents, here you're going to find your workbook. Like I told you before, please ensure that you identify the location for which you are saving your work too. Now let's go back to the workbook. This is our workbook. As you can see, the name of the document is workbook. Now printing, and now continuing with the lesson, let's look at demonstrating basic navigations of email client software, which is Gmail. I chose Gmail instead of Outlook because my Outlook is giving me issues currently, so I chose Gmail, the web version of the email client, that is. Now let's look at Gmail and how we can interact with Gmail. So in order for us to firstly access Gmail, we need to log into our Google account, of which I already did. But if you want a step-by-step guide on how to log into your Gmail account, you need to add an account. Once you click on add account, it will load, and you wait for the page to finish loading. Now once you add, and once it finishes loading, you will need to insert your email, then also insert your password, and then you're going to log into your Gmail account. Now if you don't have a Gmail account, you need to create one. Once you click on this option to create, it's going to give you instructions on what to do. So without wasting time, let's go on to Gmail. So now I am logged into my Gmail account. Now what I need to do is go on to Gmail's interface. Now to access my Gmail, I just click here. This will give me an option to access my Gmail, or click here and then click here. I will be able to access my Gmail account. Now let's wait for it to load so that it can give us a Gmail interface, so that we can be able to discuss as to what a Gmail interface is. And now continuing with our lesson, we are now demonstrating basic navigation of presentation software called Microsoft PowerPoint. Microsoft PowerPoint, that's what we are working with right now. So how do we access Microsoft PowerPoint? The usual way. Microsoft Office, and then locate PowerPoint. That's how you find it, or also you can search it here, and then you're going to find PowerPoint. You're going to find PowerPoint. Now that our PowerPoint has loaded, we have various designs that we can be able to work with. Various designs. It's up to us which presentation we want, which presentation template we want to work with. Now, it also, let's open our blank one. It also has ribbons like previously Microsoft and Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. It also has tabs, a ribbon and tabs, with every tab containing its own group. With every tab containing its own group. Now, let's create a new presentation. To create a new presentation, we just come to File, then Open, create a new one. Just click on New, and then it will start. Or if you want to open an existing one, you'll find once you say Open, you'll find recent presentations. If you don't want a recent presentations, all you have to do is click on Computer and then click on Browse, and then find whatever presentation or in whatever location you saved it to. Now, when we want to save it, and then when we want to save a presentation, we do the same thing. These documents do the same thing. So if you missed that, if you missed this part, you'll be able to refer to the previous part. So if you want to save it, like I said, you either can save it in suggested locations or recent folders, or you can just browse and then select a specific folder you want the document to be located in. Then you come on to File, Name, then name it a proposal presentation. This is just okay. My apologies. I'm opening, not saving. I'm opening, not saving. I have to save. Then you click on Browse, and then after browsing, you click on Documents. Say you want to paste it to put it in document. Then that name, just pasted that name here, and now we will just have to save it as it is our document. Now we just saved it, so let's locate it and find it wherever it is. Let's find it wherever we saved it. We saved it in Documents. Now here is our file. Now remember, we made 3 files. We made these 3 files. We can find them in our Documents folder. Now let's move on to working with slides. If we want to create a new slide, you just go on to Home, and then after going on to Home, select New Slide. Here is our new slide. Then you select a new slide, and then after selecting a new slide, you just, then there is our new slide. This is our new slide. This is our old slide. Now if we want to delete a slide, you just click on Home, and then after clicking on if you want to delete it, you can just click on Home tab and select Delete Slide. This is our Home tab, and then we want to delete the slide. Usually what I do is for shortcut purposes, I just select this slide or whatever slide, I want, and then just on the keyboard press delete, then it will delete the slide. It will delete the slide. Now that's option number 1. Option number 2, you can just click on the slide you want to delete and then click on cut. Now once you cut it, you've just deleted that particular slide. Now I showed you 2 options or 2 ways to which you can be able to delete a slide. Now when you want to duplicate the slide, say for example you want to make the very same slide, you want 2 slides of the same content. Now all you have to do is right click on the slide that you want and then simply just say duplicate. Then it will duplicate the slide with with the same content adding up. Now let's work on adding contents to slides. So for example, number 1, we want to add text. We click on in the Homes tab. In the Homes tab, we then click on text box. Text box in the Homes tab. You click on now. After writing my email address, I will want to, this is where the recipient's email address is going to, and here is a CC option. If we want to write a CC, we just click on a CC. I touched base on what CC stands for. However, I will remind you, CC stands for carbon copy. The email that we will be sending will the email address that we are going to write on a CC is going to receive a copy of the email, and the recipient will be able to see that we sent a copy of this email to this email, meaning that when a recipient responds with an email, the carbon copy email address will also receive the very same email sent by the recipient. Now, we also have a BCC, which is a blind carbon copy. Now, the blind carbon copy is where we will put an email address that we actually want to be invisible to the recipient. And if the recipient will not be aware that if they send an email and reply to this email, they will also be replying to this blind carbon copy. So, and here will be our subject line, the proposal. Subject line is basically the main topic for the email. That is a subject line. And also here we have our body, our email body. Now here this is where we're going to write our initial news. So we say good day, or please find this email in order and all its attachments. See, now all we need to do S, because we said with all its attachments, it means we need to attach a document for the email to go through. So once we want to attach a document, a document or an attachment, you click on the slip art. Now the slip art is going to enable us to go on to our documents. Then remember, we said we saved our documents here. So say just event plan, click on it, and then open it. Now it's loading into our email. And now let's look at internet access software. Internet access software, which is our Google Chrome. Google Chrome enables us to reach internet, to access the internet, including Microsoft Edge. These are the two installed apps in my device. However, these are not the only devices. These are not the only apps. Other apps include Mozilla FireFox, Opera Mini, and so forth. So with Chrome, we are able to access the internet, which will look like this. Now this is where the address, this is our address bar, where we will type in a website address that we want to visit. Say for example you want to visit Facebook, say, or let's say we want to Google let's say picture frames. So you want to Google picture frames, and that's where you will make your search. Then your picture frames results will be displayed, and that's it. This is where you will put in the address. This is where you put in the search option. You can also use voice command search, including search by image. So if, for example, if you want to search by image, you just click on search by image, and it will enable you to upload an image. See, this is used particularly when you don't know the name of something that you want. So you just take its picture and then upload it, and then it will show you which the results the picture will produce, and then you'll be able to perhaps get information regarding whatever search you made. That's the internet. Now I want us to look at another productivity software, which is FreeCam. FreeCam is the software that I am using right now to record this video with. The reason why you are able to see whatever it is that I am doing on my computer, you are able to see that I'm clicking like this, I'm refreshing my computer. You are able to see all of these apps and files and folders on my computer. It's because of this software. Its use is to screen record information on the screen, hence it's called screen record. So that's another app that I wanted to introduce to you. Now additionally, another app that I want to introduce to you is this one. This is Adobe Reader. With this, we are able to read PDF files. This app enables us to read PDF files. PDF stands for Portable Digital Formats. That's PDF. So we are able to read them because of this app. All we have to do is, for example, file and then open, and then after opening you will then access whatever document that you want to access. Here, for example, is the document that I can be able to open using this app. However, I cannot open them because I don't know if they contain sensitive information which is not for public view. So this app enables us to read digital documents that are in digital format, that are portable in a digital format. That's basically what this program does. We also do the same when it comes to printing the document with this app. If you want to print with this app, you are able to do so through what? Through this option, file, and then this option, print. Then you'll be able to print a document that you would be reading through this app. Another app that I want to introduce is a web-based app right now called Canva. What do we do with Canva? Canva is used or is a graphics design application which is web-based. This is web-based. You have to log in order for you to use it. What you can do with this is that you can create documents, you can create presentation, social media posts, whiteboard, videos, websites, and even customize whatever you want to customize. When you come to templates,